Welcome to Monday, Angel Monday Live. I'm Rachel Skoltok and I've got the angel messages for the week ahead for you. Now, as usual, we'll also be discussing some other subjects around angels and spirituality and being an empath, intuitive and psychic, and just really helping you out with your energy and your connection at this time. Now, for some reason, I've got two streams going. There we go. But let's get the reading done first. And as you come on, I'll get the cards ready for you because I know that you're coming on live. So say hi, please. As you come on, I love to know that you're there and I love to know who is there because, it's a connection. We all need connection with our spiritual friends. So how have you been? How have you been feeling? I know the energy is really heavy at the moment for many, many reasons. And this is something that as light workers, we need to help others with, but also we need to also get really super strong about protecting our energy and looking after your energetic field and your emotions and taking good care of yourself. Empaths and light workers have this thing sometimes where you've learned to be resilient, you've learned to tough it out through really hard times. And so sometimes you can get into a bad habit of ignoring your energy and forgetting and also getting caught up in worry and looking at things that concern you. And that's okay in small doses, okay? But you need to really also withdraw from the challenges and the fear and the drama of life sometimes to really make sure that your energy protection is secure, that you're clearing your energy of any lower fear-based vibrations that you've picked up, and that you're calling on your angels to not only help others, but also to help you. Because I can't stress this enough, we are all one. So what one person experiences, on some level, we all can experience that. And that can become even more real and true in today's world where we can see things happening in real time on social media. And it's also true of people who are highly sensitive, aware of energy, aware of emotion. And, there's a part of a reason why you're so emotional, why you're such a sensitive person, because one, it feeds your intuition. Like being that sensitive means that you're more intuitive, right? Because you've got hyper awareness of the seen and the unseen world. And also because it's reminding you that it's actually natural to be sensitive in some way. Like being sensitive is a human trait. It's about being a sentient being, right? So, and that reminds us that we are all one, because if I can feel your emotion and I can empathize if you're going through something, then that reminds me that the world isn't just all surrounded about me, and that we're all connected through this energetic web in the world, right? It's not just the internet, we have an energetic connection to each other. And that's why it's important that we raise our consciousness, we raise our vibration, and we open our hearts, because then we can't inflict cruelty on one another. And I think what we're seeing happening in the Ukraine and other parts of the world as well, mustn't forget that, because it's not the only place where something like that is happening, is that we're suddenly realizing that we have vibrated beyond this energy, this attitude, and yet it still exists, right? And that's why it's kind of shocking, because we're like, goodness, I thought we got past this. And we have vibrated our consciousness past that, but in some pockets, it's still an issue and it's still there trying to drag energy down. And that's why we have to do what we can, donate, pluck out negativity in your own world, resentments, the part of you that wants to go to war with someone. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to spend time with them, but emptying your heart of judgment and all that not oneness. And then then you're in a better place to feel peaceful and send angels and prayers and positive energy and whatever else you can to parts of the world and people who are suffering and struggling. So you're really looking after your energy at this time. Hi Sheena, thank you for your words. Hi Nectaria, hi Elisa and Mish and Tyler and Yvonne. Hi, welcome. Hi Paula. So I found it difficult on last week to find the words to articulate what I was feeling and how I felt the best way to help was. And as usual, I have to talk to my angels and I have to process and sorting it out is a big part of this. And you know, how can you sort something out that is so intense and so big and so devastating and tragic and horrific? And you know, I can remember the angels speaking to me when I asked about the pandemic, which, you know, is out of the spotlight now for good reason, that it felt like we'd vibrated so low that something had been allowed to come in. And I think we can see it. I think that's another almost positive side of things, is that we can see where negative energy is coming from at the moment. And sometimes there's a distortion in that, and we can get it wrong through paranoia and fear. You've got to be wary of that, because that's also another form of dark and negative energy getting into you and affecting you. But if you can maintain a sense of peace, you know, I always remember what Mother Teresa would say is, don't invite me to an anti-war rally, invite me to a peace rally and I'll go. And or along those lines. They're not exactly her words, but that's true. Like, if we focus our energy on the negative, we add more energy to the negative. And if we focus our energy on what we want, the peace, the healing, the wholeness, even for a short time, that expands. And that works with everything, because we live in an energetic world, an energetic universe. It's all about energy, and energy manifests into form. And we can see how some negative forces, people want to move energy in a negative way, how they get power. And the way that they get power is by placing negative ideas and false ideas and fear into people and turning them away and separating them. And that's what the ego does. It separates and judges and puts people into classifications, that you're different, so I don't like you, you don't belong here, or you're wrong. And that's the ego, and that's what we're always personally challenged with in our own personal journey. And everything begins with you, right? So you can't change how other people are, but you can pray for that change, and you can change how you are and how you operate and how you overcome your ego as well. So I asked the angels for guidance today about how to find calm and peace in the midst of chaos, and I will talk about that in a second, and also about how to deal with negative energy when it comes at you. So one aspect of negative energy is skepticism, how people want to bring down your spiritual beliefs, or it's fine to be skeptical, right? But it's when they direct that skepticism in a toxic way. So they do it in a way to put you down, or to make you believe that prayer doesn't work, or your spiritual beliefs are wrong or ineffectual, and how that can separate as well. So if you stick around, I'm going to do the reading first, and then if you stick around, I will talk about that in a second. Hi Mary, hi Emily. So welcome. All right, so we're calling on the angels today first. She says first, 8 minutes in. We'll ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, who's the angel of spiritual understanding, spiritual law, and divine magic. So it really helps us to manage energy and use our energy in a positive way to create miracles and to create manifestations. And Archangel Michael, of course, who's the angel of protection, who rids the world of darkness and negativity, and also helps us to protect our energy and have the courage to move forward with our lives. And Archangel Metatron, who's the angel of ascension, who helps us to raise our vibration and also helps us to manage our sensitive energy and to, in a way, he helps us to grow spiritually in a quick way, so that we don't waste time getting stuck in old patterns and fear. So those three archangels are really powerful threesome that can really, really help you at this time. And I'm really glad that that they are actually the angels of the month in March as well, which starts tomorrow. So if you would like to visualize, as I'm shuffling, visualize a beautiful white light coming down from above your head and surrounding your body from head to toe. And I want you to move around that white light and make sure it's secure and thick and very protective around you. This is your circle of protection for today. But it comes from the source energy, the infinite divine light of wisdom, protection, healing, intuition, guidance. Everything you want to manifest in your life comes from source. So just visualize that beautiful beam, that column of light around you, secure it around you. You can imagine it going down under your feet and maybe coming up above your head as well as a like a little dome. And then you can ask the angels for protection, and you can imagine Raziel, Michael, Metatron standing in that circle of light with you. And we ask you, angels, to please work through us and with us today to bring about a clear, healing, meaningful message for everyone who watches or listens to this for the week ahead. Help us to manage the stress and the fear and the chaos. Help us to bring peace into the world, into our lives, and to places where there is unrest and separation. And thank you for guiding us and protecting us always. So Archangel Michael's light is a divine electric blue and purple, very strong. You might feel his energy right now. Archangel Raziel is all of the colors of the rainbow. And Archangel Metatron is this kind of peachy orange and purple color, or violet, you might say. Got a few upside down cards here. Okay, angels, all right, I'm feeling the energy kick in now. What guidance do you have for us this week, 28th of February, all the way through till next Monday? Ooh. Huge stuff, right? Whenever we get a lot of major arcana cards, it's telling us there's big stuff going on, that we are getting, strong messages from the angels that we really, really need to listen to. So the first card is the number 5. This is the card of change. So we definitely know we're in a time of change globally, but we're also in a time of change with yourself. So thinking about what is changing in your life at the moment, what is showing you it wants to change, that it needs transformation, it needs a shift, it needs a new decision. Archangel Sandalphon, who's the angel of carrying your prayers to the divine, also the angel of music and sound. So listen out this week for guidance coming through songs on the radio, songs in your head, overheard conversations, messages that you hear on a podcast or through my voice or someone else's voice, even your own inner voice. So Sandalphon here is asking you to find the path that is more meaningful for you. It speaks to your heart and it speaks to your soul. This is a time of change for you. You can't, remember last week they were saying don't delay, the wheel is moving again and you need to make decisions based on your true desires. This is really narrowing down on that and saying, okay, make sure it fits with your intuition, make sure it fits with your soul, the bigger picture of your goals. And that will help you make clear decisions moving forward. That also helps you to let go of situations that don't fit for you anymore. If they're bringing you down, if they're draining your energy, if they are somehow putting obstacles in your path or distracting you from what you know is right for you, then you need to turn away from those situations in the best way you can. And search for friends and teachers, healers, people around you, authors, books, that give you that sense of soul-guided meaning, moving your life forward in that way. So it's time to move your life forward in a way that fits with your soul contract. So what does that mean globally? That means we've got to start coming from our soul, and we've got to not look at things from the perspective of ego and fear, and we've got to do what we can to help our friends in need. High Priestess, Archangel Haniel, this is in the block position. So another very strong message with a really highly spiritual tinge to it. And this is about unblocking your psychic channels, your intuition. It's like, you know there are things in your life that dull you down, that make you shine a little less bright. So it could be TV shows you're watching, it could be food that you're eating, it could be people you're hanging out with where you just kind of walk away feeling like, ugh. And you need to get back onto your spiritual path. Now, Archangel Michael and the spiritual angel, the angel of your spiritual practice, who's Raziel, are really nudging you with this. Have you been doing your morning meditations? Have you been listening to the spiritual podcasts? Have you been practicing what your soul needs to fill you up from within? I know you get busy. I know there's a lot of demands. I know it's absolutely exhausting at the moment just being alive sometimes, right? I found myself breaking my little rule about scrolling on the weekend, and I was scrolling this weekend and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just exhausting. I can't do it. I need to look at what's going on, understand it, do what I need to do, and then pull away from it. So put some time. I know when it's very, there's a lot going on in the chaos in the energy, it's very easy to be distracted or to give up and just think, I can't be bothered. But it's important. It's really important. Haniel's the angel that helps you. She's the moon angel. She helps you with your patterns and cycles. She also helps you with your third eye. All right. Coming back into balance is your guidance. So we're going to pull another card for this one as well. So this one is about having a bit of fun with what you're doing. So the angels were talking to me actually this morning when I asked about finding calm in chaos. They're saying sometimes you can feel guilty. Do you feel guilty when other people are suffering and you're having quite a nice time, or you think, I can't like play while the world is in chaos? And they're saying you can and you must, because that's your path to peace. So do something creative. Do something that sparks that light inside. You must never let that little light get too dull inside of you. You've got to keep feeding it and nourishing it. Make sure that you're not overworking to avoid dealing with things. Make sure that you're bringing your life back into balance. So if you were to combine those things, right? What fills me up? What lights me up? What gives me a feeling of joy and as if I'm on my soul path, at the same time as how can I do what I do in a way that is balanced and not stressful? You've got your answer. You've got your answer. So this is Archangel Ariel. It's a 2. So 2 is about bringing your dreams into fruition. So your thoughts are the beginning of that. So maybe you've got to change your thoughts. You've got to change your habits, your mindset. And the outcome is a new beginning. Now, I know we had this one last time. And here we've got Archangel Jeremiah, the angel who helps us to make decisions and move forward, right? It's like you get these times in your life where you get to look back and say, do I want to do that again? Do I want to keep doing that? What have I learned from those lessons? Wow, that was really hard and horrific. What can I take from that blesses me, and let the rest go? And then you're free. It's like you're not carrying baggage as you move forward. So this is the outcome card. We're moving you forward after you make these decisions, but you've got to be prepared to let some of the baggage go. You've got to let go of clutter, things that don't serve your highest good. So 2022 is really about knowing what we do and we don't want, and what we're going to take with us and what we're not. And this week is really important for that. So we can look at things in the world and say, well, I don't want that and I don't like that, and I'm going to make sure that that isn't going to happen in my world, in my country, or I'm going to donate $1 or $5 or $20, whatever you've got, to help do what you can to create the world that you want. All right, guidance extra card from Archangel Michael's deck. Now, Archangel Metatron is showing me, he shows me sometimes when we're talking about vibration, he shows me a ladder, and it's like he lights up every step of the ladder. Is like, get your vibration up, get your vibration up. So tell me in the comments, what raises your vibration? Do you know? What raises your vibration? Give me 3 things that you know raise your vibration, and then make a commitment this week to do them. To do them. Because the energy all starts with you. And if your vibration is low, that may not be your fault. You might have been through a really hard time, no fault of your own. You might have been around some stuff that's been really depressing. Or you might have you just might be tired and burnt out. But you can take responsibility for building yourself back up again, because your light matters, even if you think it doesn't. You know, there's times where I think, I'm not making a difference. That's my ego. That's when I'm tired. That's when I'm scared. That's when I'm afraid or exhausted or not looking after myself. Those little voices come in and you feel like your light doesn't make a difference. But every time I say that to myself, I get a message, an email, something from someone who I've never met who says, you've really made a difference. So I know that's the angels. So you can do that too. You can say, angels, show me that I'm making a difference. What a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Eternal love. Look at that. This is Archangel Michael's card. Archangel Michael, please help me to perceive the real love that is within me and around me. So you can ask Archangel Michael to show you the love and the good that is in the world. And you can ask Archangel Metatron to help you raise your vibration, because the highest vibration is love, right? And you can also ask Archangel Raziel to teach you the laws of the universe, how to manifest, how to create what you want, to accept it, to receive it. Because it's time that we all come from this place, the heart, rather than, I'm pointing to my heart chakra, the heart rather than the head, right? I love that card so much. So what raises your vibration? Cleaning? Yes. Do you know what? I cleaned the cupboard, a totally pointless piece of information to share with you. I cleaned the cupboard under my sink. Oh my God, I felt so good after doing that. You know, it's one of those forgotten little caves that doesn't get much attention. Oh, it was, you know, those things create energy blocks. Alita, I instantly took a deep breath in. Yeah, breathing deeply. Riverland, you know, that's really interesting. I was looking at Riverland yesterday on the internet, Googling it. Hi, Mary. All right. So one thing I wanted to share with you, I just got given this book, which is beautiful, The Magic. And it's just another one of those amazing synchronicities. Whenever I choose the angel of the month, and I do a little invocation to invite them in. The angels of the month of March are Archangel Raziel and Archangel Metatron, and we're working with them together this month. They're working with us to bring about divine magic in our lives. So I'm doing an event on Friday, the 11th of March, which is called the Divine Magic Activation. And I'm going to teach you some of my little hacks that I've never taught before, that bring divine magic into your manifesting. They're really simple things that you can do really quickly that tune you into that higher vibration. And so we're going to talk about manifesting, and I'm asking you, if you come to that event, that you bring something with you, that you're an intention, a goal that you're manifesting into reality at the moment, that you want to see. Maybe something for yourself as well as maybe something for others. It's okay. But make sure there's something, you bring something important. And we're going to go through the process and apply these magic. And then I'm going to take you to the Temple of Healing with Metatron and Raziel, which is going to blow your socks off. Seriously. I'm thinking these two together is massive. And we're going to do that guided soul journey to clear your energy and attune you and to those archangels and to the energy of divine magic. It's about manifesting your heart's desires. So when I got this in the mail on Friday, I laughed, because every month the angels give me a sign or many signs aligned with the attunement that I'm doing that month with the Archangels. So this is what I got, the magic. So I'm so excited to read it. But one of the things, you know, this is about gratitude as well. So I love that. So if you're interested in that event, it's a low cost event. It is on my website right now, the Divine Magic Activation with Raziel and Archangel Metatron, and it's Manifesting Your Heart's Desires. It's 90 minutes on the 11th of March. So if you've got any comments about this, please share them. I really appreciate it. Please share these videos with your friends, anyone you know that would appreciate them. I also want to let you know another freebie is that I've just put a divine video on YouTube, which is one of my guided Meet Your Angels meditations on video, and it's on a continuous loop. So if you have trouble sleeping, or if you like delve into a guided meditation every day to, you know, just like Archangel Haniel told us to do, get back into our meditation, you can, it's 23 minutes long. There's no ads halfway through. You can just listen to that. So go and look on YouTube, subscribe to me on YouTube, and I'm going to be putting one of those on every couple of months. So I know there's a massive need out there at the moment with the angels, for people wanting angel meditations to help you sleep, because there's so much anxiety in the world, and the angels can really help you to eliminate anxiety. And also just relaxing and connecting in with your guardian angels, because with the archangels, they're so loud and big energy. We sometimes forget our beautiful guardian angels who are with us night and day from before we're born all the way through to the time when we cross over and beyond. And they, you know, they protect, guide, and heal you in a zillion ways that you probably don't even notice. So that guided meditation is up. Now, I did say I was going to talk about Skeptics. Hi, Kenneth. Lovely to see you. I have the magic book, and you did it. It changed you to have more gratitude. Yay. Yeah, see, that's a vibration raising activity, gratitude. Mish, drawing and painting raises my vibration. And yesterday I created a painting for world unity. I'd love you to share that, Mish, if you felt so inclined. That's beautiful. What a way to manifest something, is to create it visually, right? Nature, meditation, and incense. Yes, it looks beautiful in South Australia. I'm actually thinking about getting there shortly when I get an assignment ticked off my large to-do list. Yeah, I reckon to-do lists are yeah, they can be vibration lowerers. I'm a to-do list writer, but when you get something ticked off it just feels so good. Listening to music, yes. Lighting a candle, lighting incense, doing something creative. I've been coloring in. Great ideas, and all things that we can all do. You know, writing in your journal, getting outside in nature, all these powerful things to help you find calm when there's chaos, because it zooms you back in. It helps you to ground and remember, you know, to connect with your spirit, with your angels and your soul. So one thing I wanted to talk about, because I'm writing about this today, is how to deal with skeptics. So I've noticed a lot where there's a lot of spiritual leaders and healers are posting on their pages, you know, send prayers to the Ukraine, and you know, pray for peace and things like that. And I've certainly done it, and that's because I believe in prayer so very much, and it's helped me so much in my life. And I've seen the power of prayer. And of course, there are people that think that they don't believe in it because they haven't experienced that, and maybe they have had a difficult time with a religion, or, you know, there's lots of people are traumatized by their time with formal religions, and some spiritual groups too. It doesn't have to be a religion, can be low integrity and low vibration, and have certain aspects that are very negative, and talk about punishment and guilt and things like that. So some people have a real reaction and feel triggered by words like prayer and angels and anything spiritual, and that can be a real block for sensitive, intuitive people who are ready to really step onto their spiritual path, and or maybe have been on it for a while, but you can feel the angels nudging you to move forward. Maybe it's time for you to start a spiritual business, or to join a group, or do something different. And if there are skeptics in your family, in your friendship group, or maybe in the wider community, you can feel very put off by that, and it can be a block for you. I know that was something that I've dealt with, and sometimes still it comes up, of course, because I'm totally out of the cupboard, spiritual cupboard. I can't pretend. So it triggers people, and it can make you feel like you want to go back into your shell, into your cupboard, and hide, or put your invisibility cloak over you. And you can feel quite damaged by that. And it can, I've seen people almost, it's like putting a bag over your head and saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And that can be a block to your intuitive gifts, your communication with the angels, and with you moving forward on your spiritual path. You might feel like you're afraid to do it because it triggers old memories for you. And I want to share with you one of the things that the angels taught me when I first set up my business. Of course, a lot of people had a lot to say about, me setting up an angel business in a rural community. And what they said to me is, keep the faith, and don't try to convince people who are skeptical. That's not your job. And that's really important, because what happens is when you try to convince someone who is anti in any way, and it might, that's their journey, how they're feeling. If you try to convince them, you start to drain your energy, and you can lower your own faith, because you're trying to convince someone who doesn't believe or doesn't want to believe. And so you're talking from two different levels, right? You're not going to convince someone that doesn't believe. So it's best to not try, to just stay with you and keep your faith. And the other thing to do is, if you come across some skeptical energy, is to clear it. Ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raziel, because remember what their job is. Together they're working with the spiritual energy, your spiritual journey, to lift those daggers of energy out of you, to lift the fear out of you, to clear the clouds and any energy that you've imposed on yourself. If you've put that invisibility cloak around yourself, or you've put that bag on your head and said, I want to close down because I'm afraid, they will lift that energy off you. And then you don't have to feel your own energy drop, because that can be a real block. So an energy clearing, my new angel meditation on YouTube is perfect for that. I've also got a deep angelic clearing meditation on my free angel library, and you can purchase those meditations as well in my store. Any of those meditations will enable you to clear, or you can come to the Divine Magic Attunement as well a week on Friday, and we're going to be doing that, clearing those blocks to your own intuition and to your own spiritual path, because there's a lot of that energy around. And some people are just naturally skeptical. That's okay. Of course it is. People are allowed to believe what they believe. I've never been evangelical about this. I'm not trying to convert anyone. But they don't have a right, people who are skeptical don't have a right to negate or bring down or throw a wet blanket on your beliefs either. And when people do that, sometimes they do it from a place of anger, a place of jealousy, a place of their own triggering trauma, and that can feel like attack. And if that's the way it feels to you, then you need to sever that cord and clear that energy from yourself and not engage with it as much as possible. I deleted someone over the weekend who was being nasty about angels and praying and stuff like that. And oddly, a person who has a spiritual business themselves. So I don't really give much credence to people who are putting down other people. If someone is actively doing something really toxic in a way spiritually, then sometimes it's good to warn people about that, but we don't put people down. And I think you can really feel that in your own energy, right? When someone is coming from that low energy of putting it down. So that's a couple of tips for you, because, you know, do you have skeptics in your life? Do you have, or are you noticing it? Like I'm noticing it on a lot of prayer threads where beautiful prayers, and then someone will go, "Oh, I don't believe in this." And it's just fear. It's all fear. And we know what to do with fear, or the angels do. So as soon as you call in your angels, you can clear that energy and you can feel safe again, and you're not going to risk blocking your own energy. Because we've got to look after ourselves and each other, right? And have compassion for people who are struggling and who maybe are a bit unhappy, and that's why they're projecting negative energy out there. So if you haven't got any questions, I'm just going to keep an eye on the comments because they are a bit slower coming in. Let me know if you've got any questions this week. And you can catch me later live on the Instagram page, which I've just decided to start doing live again. I was trying to shortcut it by uploading this video to Instagram, but I missed being live. So it's two different energies, both beautiful, Facebook and Instagram, but I'm going to go live there as well, even if it seems impractical. All right, beautiful souls, thank you so much. You can tag me later if you've got any questions or comments, and I will read them. Sending you lots of love. Have a beautiful week. Remember, keep that energy shielding up. And I love you, and sending you angel blessings.